Hey guys, Kessel the Guy here, back with more early access fun. So today is a little something different. This is going to be a weekly thing. It's my subscriber showcase. So each week I will choose a few of my fan submitted creations that are posted in my Steam Workshop group to feature in my videos. I'm planning on doing about 3 of these per episode and do about 5 minutes of featuring for each build, so that gives you an idea of what to expect. Also in this video, of course, I'm going to feature the build I created in my 500 subscriber thank you video. It's nothing too impressive, it's not some crazy castle or anything, it's just a recreation of my real life house. And you already know why I built it in the other episode, but in case you aren't aware, it's just because I feel like it's a good way to show that I'm a real person. But this first build is not my build. It's something submitted by a man on Steam known simply as Vlad. And this map is called Vlad's Creations. What am I thinking? I did not read the title at all correctly. The title of this build is actually Vlad's Beginnings. So let's check out Vlad's Beginnings here. So as I approach the front gates, I haven't looked around this build at all, by the way. I'm noticing some very unique designs in this thing is really well detailed. I like how he built the wall. I like how he has like these reinforcements. I don't know what the word for that would be. And also like how he used these slanted pieces here, which actually these are the regular 45-degree angle ones, but I also like how he, whoops, a little lag. What's this? Oh, press T to enable and disable. That's interesting. And I also like these front gates, how they're constructed. That's very interesting for sure. So let's make our way inside. I wonder if these are on hinges. They are. Excellent. I love it so far, Vlad. This is looking great. Okay. So you've taken advantage of all the lighting effects. Just check it out. I wonder how this looks at night, actually. Ooh, I'm excited to see that. It's beautiful. Wow, that actually looks really cool. That looks so nice and just aesthetically pleasing. I love it. Ah, Keen, you've outdone yourselves. So let's make our way up to here, and this looks like a staircase that he actually made out of wood timber blocks. That's awesome, Vlad. I'm really loving your creativeness in this. This is giving me a lot of ideas for my future builds. And looks like he's created his own doors too, which don't look half bad. Whoops. Okay, I'll just pretend that door doesn't open because it doesn't seem to want to open. And then here we've got some king statues. And we've got a lot of texture clipping errors. Actually, that may be some lighting effect problems due to these lantern things. But another thing I noticed, he has hanging lanterns made out of the fire baskets. That's really cool. Really clever use of the blocks here, Vlad. I really admire your building skills, to be totally honest with you. Wow, you did a great job. And this is kind of like it looks like an altar, but it's probably more of like a central speaking place. I'm not sure what this would be. I'm assuming it's essentially a town hall or a court, because it's like a big ass. I don't know, whatever this is. I like it a lot, Vlad. This is just really excellent job you've done. Let me make my way upstairs here and see if you've got anything going on. You do have something going on. You do not disappoint. Wow, I am loving this build. I know it. Oh, the ceiling here looks awesome too. That is just so cool. Oh, I'm freaking out over nothing. You've done a great job, Vlad. I love this. And it looks like it goes up even higher. Okay, we got a nice balcony here. I like how the windows are kind of inlaid like that with these triangular pieces. You got a nice view of the village. Oh, this is looking great. I'm gonna make my way up into one of these towers next after I make sure that there's nothing else in this building that I haven't missed. Okay, looks like I covered everything in there. So I'm going to make my way over to this tower next and see what we've got going on in here. Alright, I'm assuming these towers are pretty much going to be the same. Also, before I go in, I just want to look at this wall. I like the wall, too. I mean, it's just a wall, but it just looks nice. And I guess over here it just turns into solid stone blocks. Yes, it does. Okay. And it just occurred to me, did he curve? Oh, no. He did curve it a little bit. It looks like he still has some work to do on that. Either way, though, it's looking very, very excellent. I love it so far, Vlad. You're giving me so many ideas. I love how these towers are constructed as well. Just curious how this is done up here. Okay, okay. Not bad at all. And I like how he widened this tower a bit so you have more space to walk around up here, and it looks perfectly natural too. Whoops. I'm trying to fly through here. Evidently my character does not fit through this hole. That's what she said. Oh, there we go. We do fit. Wow, this looks really good. You've done a great job, man. Okay, one last check. This is like this is an inn or a pub, it looks like. This looks great. Oh, it goes underground. It has a basement. Wowie zowie. Ah, I'm sorry if the enthusiasm in my voice is lacking, but I really do like what you've done here, Vlad. You've done a great job. And I'm realizing that I'm going a little bit over on time here, probably. But that's alright. This is about you guys, not about me. Okay, and then it's just a basement with a nice little wine cellar here. Yep, looks like I covered just about everything. According to his plans, he plans to make it into like a large and bustling township with multiple houses and such. Wow, you've done a great job, man. I am very impressed. Of course, the link to this will be in my description. Bravo, Vlad. Bravo. On to the next one. Alright, now here I am with another fan-submitted creation. This one's by iTsConnorrxD, who I believe is known on my YouTube channel as GTA 5 ISO mods. So this map is just simply called My First Castle. He says it's a work in progress, which he is still expanding. So let's have a quick look through what Connor has created for us. So when I walk in here, the first thing that stands out to me, of course, is this large tower. And of course, being me, I must go to the very top, and there's no staircase. Ah! Ah! Oh, the staircase doesn't lead to a door. There's a door here, though. Okay. There we go, made it through. Got a nice view of the city. Looks like there's some stuff over there that I might have missed out on. I'll have to go back and look. Oh, I get a better view here. Okay. Got lots of little houses here. Looks like it's supposed to be like a small, well-defended township. If that's a thing. Let me see what we've got going on here. We've got a hole in the roof. I'm not sure if that's... I'm guessing because of these rough edges, it may be due to the roof glitch. That's what I'm assuming, because yeah, there's a missing spot here as well, and there's a hole in the wall. Because when I did load this, there was quite a bit of lag for like the first minute or so. So I'm guessing that was due to the roof glitch that's currently in the game, and not the fault of Connor. So just looking around here, they're pretty basic right now. Again, he said this is a work in progress, so this is far from the final product, but it's looking pretty good so far. I do like how he's connected the two houses here via this little wooden bridge piece. I'm not sure where he's planning on going with this because there's no door to this one, but like I said, it's a work in progress, so it remains to be seen what he will do. I'm just turning on end view to see if how it's supported, and just curious. I don't know. That's just my curious brain thinking of things to look at. I don't know if that sentence made sense, because it certainly didn't make sense to me. But let me make my way up here, just have a look-see around. Looks identical to the first house I looked at. They probably are identical. And it is indeed. So let me make my way over here, because there's much more to this village that I haven't yet seen. Got a nice king statue here. We have these weird catapult things, which I'm not at all sure of how they work, but I'm not at that point yet. So these look like more houses to house the general population. Yes, indeed, and there's holes here. I'm assuming all these holes and shit are because of structural integrity issues, because this would seem a strange thing to just randomly leave out this square hole here. Unless... I don't think Connor intended that. I could be mistaken. This house is a little bit more furnished. There's a chest. We got some dining tables. Indeed. Anything else over here? We've got a bed partially clipping through the floor. And some stuff over here. Is this like a shed? This looks like a shed. Although it also looks like a house. I think it's a shed, or perhaps a house for a poor person, a peasant, even. Interesting. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got a heavily fortified tunnel. It's like a subway tunnel. Okay, we got another house here with lots of roof issues. it would seem. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that there is indeed some structural integrity issues keen that needs to be fixed. Because wowie zowie, this is all just fell right apart. I'm sorry, Connor/GTA 5 ISO mods, for showing off a destroyed creation. Hopefully they will patch this issue so it does not occur in the future. As you all know, that is why I have temporarily halted work on my Neuschwanstein castle recreation. Now this is the catapult thing that I'm not entirely sure what it is. It looks impressive, whatever it is. I just don't know how it works, and I've seen like 3 or 4 of these in here. Connor, I just don't know what I'm looking at. You got a torsion spring here. We've got like 10 little rope harness things. And then we got a rotor here. I'm not sure how it works. Well, when I do this, something moves. Ugh. But I just don't know what it does. It looks interesting. I'd love to see it in action if it does anything. I just don't know what it does. I'm a fool. I'm a foolish fool. All I know is that I've seen like 3 of these on this castle. Alright, and at the end of this tunnel, there is a bunch of larger houses. This is apparently where the more higher class civilians or barons and dukes would live. Or perhaps this is the barracks. I'm not entirely sure. But let's make my way upstairs. It looks similar. It might actually be the same house that I saw over at the beginning of this. But I can see it more clearly now that there's... because this is a less densely packed location. Yes, these all look the same, so there's no need to go through each of them. What's this over here? Looks like a little tent of some kind. It is some kind of little storage area for barrels that have booze in them, I assume. Very good stuff, my friends. And last, this looks like the main hall of the Baron, or whoever rules over this place. Let me see what we've got going on here. A very large, currently unfurnished location. Of course, this is work in progress, so it'll be interesting to see how Connor fills in this wide open space. And here's the second floor. Looks like this is also currently unfurnished. Okay. I see a lot of potential here. It just needs a little polishing, and it also needs keen to fix structural integrity so people's roofs and buildings don't collapse, and they can actually continue work on projects that they've been working on for many days. Hint, hint. Hey, there's a little side room. I like that. Nothing currently in it, but I like the idea of it being connected like this. I don't know, it just looks neat. That's just my opinion, of course. Anyway, this will be in my description. A link to it, that is, will be in my description. And again, this was made by iTsConnorrxD, otherwise known as GTA 5 ISO mods, on my YouTube channel. Anyway, I've got a couple more things to show you, so I'll see you guys in just a second. This next build we've got here is not a castle, but I believe it is equally impressive as a castle. It is what the creator calls the evolution of cart with suspension. This was created by DEATHHIDE, who I believe goes by the name of Squidgy the Slime on YouTube. So what these are basically carts with suspension, and these are all created by him. So right now, I suppose they probably don't have much of a use, but in the future, when carts are actually an important thing for transporting your supplies from place to place, these designs could have a lot of usefulness. So what it looks like he used for a lot of these was the torsion spring that is used primarily for catapults, but he repurposed it quite cleverly into suspension for these well, I don't think they're work in progress. This for suspension of these prototype cart ideas. He did some really clever things. These look like spider legs, and they're like burr, burr. Well, that didn't do anything because I jammed it, and now it's lagging and exploding. Okay, that's my fault, not his. And these look like this looks like very heavy-duty stuff here. Wow, I like this. Good work, DEATHHIDE. So not a whole lot to show here besides the obvious. You can jump up and down on it and it bounces because it has suspension. It's awesome. I like this. This is a pretty cool idea. I really appreciate what he's done here. It just looks quite cool. It's nice to have a little break from castles, which are awesome. Don't get me wrong. All the builds here were awesome, but this is just nice to see other creations beyond castles. It is medieval engineers after all, and this is certainly an engineering project, perhaps. I don't know. That's just me. So that was very cool. Of course, this is going to be in my description. A link to this will be in my description. Yeah. Yep, it'll be in my description. Anyway, this will be the last fan-submitted creation in this video. The next one's going to be a little creation I made myself that I promised I would show in my video today, and I'll get right to that. Okay, so this last build here is, of course, from my subscriber thank you video that I posted on Friday. It's a very vague recreation of my real-life house. As I completed this, and while I was building this, I quickly came to realize this is far from an accurate scale representation of my real-life house. So I certainly did not, or do not, live in a house this large. At least I don't think I do. No, I definitely don't live in a house this big. So let me go ahead and just give you a quick run through of my real life house. So this, of course, is our front porch. And the real life version of this house, my dad built this porch all by himself. I helped a little bit, but he did most of the work. He likes to build shit. Here is our lovely entryway with our grand staircase made of wood with a torch. And here's a closet. This, of course, is the living room, which is another room that's, like, horribly, morbidly, like, off scale for what the real thing is. There's a fireplace here in real life. This is where the computer is, represented by a fire bucket, because if I didn't have a computer, I'd probably be playing with fire right now. And there's a television. If I didn't have a computer or television, I'd probably be playing with fire. Here, of course, is the kitchen. We cook over an open fire with a series of wooden countertops. Down here is the basement. There's nothing down here. In this version, in the real-life version, there's a bunch of shit that we don't use. Now, onto the second floor, the main event, where I spend most of my time. So this is a bathroom. Yeah, our bathroom in real life is not this big. Another way I have no idea or comprehension of the idea of scale. This is the closet. And this is my parents' bedroom, but I'm not allowed in there. This is my sister's bedroom, but she doesn't live with us anymore, so my dog usually spends most of his day here. And this, of course, is the humble Kessler's bedroom. The most furnished one in the house, because it's the only one I care about. So this is my bed. I have a queen-size bed all to myself, so I can stretch out and just take over my room. And yes, it blocks my closet in real life as well. Because in real life, my room is actually much smaller than this. And my bed takes up probably a quarter of my room. This is my computer desk. Of course, like I said, if I didn't have a computer, I'd be playing with fire right now. So this is where I'm sitting right this moment. This is a lamp, I guess, I don't know. These are some bookshelves, and this is my TV. And as the joke goes, if I didn't have a TV, I'd be playing with fire. That's a dresser. And that is my horribly inaccurate recreation of my house. Perhaps one day, perhaps you will be rewarded with a real-life tour of my house. But that's not coming anytime soon. I don't feel that comfortable with you guys just yet. I'm only comfortable to the point where I sit in my room at 3 a.m. Holy shit, it's 3 a.m. talking to myself about videos and shit. I don't know. Leave me alone. Anyway, that is a quick tour of my house, but that is not what this video is about. This video is primarily about you guys, and this is just a part of my subscriber thank you video that's an extension of that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to get your build featured in my new weekly subscriber submitted creation series, that's a horrible name for it, I'll have to think of something better, but if you want your builds featured in my weekly video, go ahead and join my Steam group, post in the appropriate forum a link to your build, and I will perhaps select it. So, FYI, I'm not going to be featuring every single submitted creation anymore like I used to do when I would feature a build in every video. What I'm going to be doing from now on is I'm going to pick 3 creations that I like, and I will feature them in a video and give you guys about a 5-minute spotlight or so to make the videos about 15 minutes long, and that'll be that. So if you want your build featured in my future videos, you know what to do. Join that Steam group, link in the description of course, and perhaps you too can have your beautiful builds featured in one of my videos. I don't know. It's just a little way for me to pay you guys back for subscribing to me. Anyway, that's all for now. My name is Kessler the Guy, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye! Your